tell them what to say.
This is something you can film. So, okay.
She's filming.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I've filmed.
Okay, so like I said, we're just here you're talking to two of Fresno's top producing agents. We're both at eXp Realty now, and we thrive in different areas. I think we're both extremely knowledgeable about our local market. We're both very passionate realtors. I thrive in the social media aspect of everything and marketing. You do good in it.
It's like a backhanded compliment. Here, you two, you're good.
No, but Andy thrives, and Andy was recently the CEO of the hugest local brokerage here. He is my mentor that I go to, and the reason that I feel that I am so strong in my contract knowledge and able to protect my clients so well is having a mentor that's always accessible like him, that knows the contracts and knows how to protect my clients at all times, is just absolutely amazing. So thank you for that. Thank you.
Can I introduce her now?
Yeah.
So I think I've known Caitlyn for about 7 years. I remember when she was getting her license, and I had this pleasure of mentoring her in her first year in real estate. And the best part about it was, it's always one thing to go, hey, I can help you and mentor you and get them started. But it's another thing when they just take the ball and run with it and turn into a rock star. She was the rookie of the year. I remember, closed over 20 transactions. Her average sales price was one of the highest in the office.
The first year, yeah.
But for me, you know, as mentor, it's like, it's one thing to say, okay, here's what you do. It's another thing to have them go blind faith, do it, crush it, and then have amazing results. And that was you. And
Thank
you
you.
killed it. So
Thank you. And
that's who she is.
And since then, we share passions with marketing, branding, and being very contractually knowledgeable. This is a changing market, you guys. There's a lot going on. Coronavirus. We are being socially distant. I mean, during our fireside chat, there's a lot of questions that buyers and sellers are having. We are using these social platforms to be in contact with you. So we wanted to kind of just shoot not SHI. We just kind of wanted to get two experts together in the local market and chat before you guys, kind of freehand it and give you guys some knowledge about what's going on, so that you guys, if you're planning to buy or sell in this market in 2020, you're hearing from two of the best, all right?
You know, I think there's something that, I sent this video to you yesterday, I think there's something that is not really being talked about. You know, there's no shortage of COVID-19 videos or content right now.
And if you need mine that I filmed earlier this week sent to you, I will do that. And Andy has one too. We both did that. And so if you're worried about COVID-19 in your transaction, send me a DM right away. I'll get that to you, or you're going to have Andy's Instagram handle as well.
So I have two thoughts that I wanted to share with you. One is the market. Like, inventory is crazy low, and yet demand is still high. And the second thing I wanted to talk to you about is, I got an idea, totally brainstorming on what we're rolling out.
So watch us brainstorm too. This is really behind the scenes as well.
Virtual open house, literal, nobody in the house, yet you're showing it to them live.
Right. That's something that I plan to do and that I'm excited to do as well. I think I actually told my audience recently that in my personal, I think that's great. Okay, because as I said in my video, there's particular reasons that people still need to sell right now.
Yeah.
There's particular reasons. They may have just bought a home and they need to sell right now. I just got a referral from Los Angeles today. He has to move to Fresno right now. I got a referral the other day of a seller that needs to sell in the Copper River area. She has to because of work right now. Okay, so
but there's even normal ones that are happening where they just see it as the ripe opportunity, so they're selling and trading up because it's a perfect storm.
And buyers are because buyers are still capturing those really, really low interest rates, and they're going to be the only house on the market. Now, we can sell your house right now. If you are that particular person, do not be scared. Reach out to me, reach out to Andy. You are in the best hands ever with us selling your house. Okay, I'm in the process of selling my house. I hope you're following my personal selling journey.
I am.
Thank you, mentor. That'd be really sad if you weren't. But I'm doing a video diary on my Instagram showing you guys how I'm preparing to sell.
Yeah.
I was planning to list next week. I don't have a particular reason I'm selling. I don't have a particular reason I am selling to pull all the equity that I made in the last 5 years out and diversify into buying multifamily properties. That is not immediate for me right now, okay? So what I am choosing to do is to, because real estate agents right now, I can't meet my clients in person, I can't show houses, and my pre-approved buyers, I can virtually tour for them. Happy to do that. I'm doing virtual buyer consults and stuff. But I'm waiting to put my house on the market another week or two. What did we just hear? That the ban's going to be lifted April 12th probably. So you'll probably see my house hit the market right after April 12th or so. The moment the ban's lifted, because I do want people in my house. I do want that.
And your house is the one that they need to see.
They need to see.
It's very unique.
It's very unique.
Very different design. Cool. I just want to go back to something. You said it a minute ago. There's two stats that I just read. Last 24 hours, 23 houses put on the market, 25 went under contract. Last 3 weeks, 77% of all the inventory sold. People are still buying like crazy.
So let's break that down for you. So so that's a lot less listings hitting the market right now than we would normally see. I think right before this.
That's only 24 hours, so it's hard to take a
that was
snapshot.
24 hours.
24 hours was the 23 listings and 25 pendings, but the 3 weeks of March that we're just a little over 3 weeks right now, 77% of all the new inventory sold.
So you're in a good place still, but like the market was so hot right before this that it's not like as good of a place, but you're still in a good place. And look, they're still selling. My pre-approved buyers that I was working with that were already pre-approved we know what they want so much. So if a home hit the market right now, we would write offers still based off the virtual tours. So those are the people that are still buying homes. Now, how I'm working with buyers outside of that, and I'd like to talk to you about how you're working with buyers outside of that, is actually this is never a better opportunity for us to be connecting and with your game plan and working on getting you pre-approved, doing Zoom and FaceTime consultations, answering all your questions about buying and selling, because I am confident in my heart, we'll get Andy's opinion, that this market's gonna come back really well right after this ban is done. I mean, I'm gonna be buying and selling. I'm one person that's gonna be listing a really great house. And I have a queue of clients that are ready to go and ready to do that as well. So as I said in my video, the stock market crash scared a lot of people, and they thought that the housing market and the stock market are correlated. They're two different animals. I, from the bottom of my heart, in my experience, and just with the people I'm talking to every day about their plans to buy and sell, it hasn't slowed down with their plans. I'm just navigating people through this time of when our best opportunity is, when the best time is for us to really start that move. And right pre-coronavirus, I would have said right now, and it was fabulous. If you're not in a particular reason, or you're not one of my already pre-approved buyers that I know exactly what you want and I can tour a house virtually for you, and we know that that's the right house, hey, let's just be working on the things like prepping your house to sell and me doing the market value on your house, and then doing the virtual buyer consultations. All free stuff right there, all free, and something you really should be doing if you have any plans of moving in 2020. Tell your friends, tell your family. Caitlyn Peck, Andy Nazaroff, we are here for you guys during this time. Anything you want to, I did a video on my Instagram with a mortgage lender, one of the best in town, Tristan Purcell, about his projections of what's going to happen with interest rates. Interest rates are still incredibly low. So there's a lot of stuff for you guys to check out. One thing I'd like to mention, if you are a current homeowner, you need to be checking out these stimulus packages that are just being approved by the government about mortgage payment relief. And if you're a landlord, you're going to get some relief as well because your tenants are getting relief. And stay up to date on that. If you have questions about that, you can reach out to Andy or I.
Yep.
Anything you can think of that...
You covered a lot. I think from a forecast standpoint, biggest concern people have is going into this economic distress is it going to result in a housing crisis? It's not a housing crisis that's caught us up into this, so most likely not. Some have asked us, is it similar to what happened in 2007, 2008? No, I think it's more similar to what happened around 9/11, where it's nothing that was caused by the housing industry. It was a terrible circumstance. It resulted in a lot of fear on the other side of it, and that squeezed the economy. You had the dot-com bubble bursting at the same time, but we came out on the other side of it, and real estate thrived. So here we are 20 years later, and if you look at what happened then, even what happened in 2007, 2008, everyone would argue that our federal government learned, or the financial markets learned, the mortgage industry learned, and they're all responding as a result of those lessons. So it's my opinion, and I don't have a crystal ball that works, but I think we're going to turn out on the other side coming out of this like a cannon.
I'm
exploding.
Very confident in that. I think I was saying, right, pre-coronavirus, working 60 hours a week, I anticipate 70 to 80 hours a week. People are going to hit the ground running. I touched base with everyone that I was on the process of getting pre-approved today. They're still so excited, and they're still working on that. My sellers that I'm helping prep, I mean, I alone have 10 to 15 people that I know are just waiting for us to be able to meet in person and get ready and going on this. So
What's interesting about what you're saying, as you know, I do consulting for Tom Ferry, and I have clients.
Tom Ferry is the leading real estate coach in America.
So
and he does coaching for him.
I have a client in upstate New York whose average sales price is like half of ours. Nobody thought that's possible in California. Yeah. They're like half of ours, like less than 200,000. Their inbound Zillow activity is through the roof right now. I have another client that I coach in Hilton Head in South Carolina. So very upper end second home market. Their activity through the roof right now. Mm-hmm. Mostly with buyers that are looking to make moves because they see this as an opportunity. The biggest challenge is they're going, how do we see it?
Yeah, and so that's why we're here for you. We've kind of told you that, I guess, a couple minutes ago, we told you how that's working right now. They're virtual tours. If you have a house that you like, that you see on the internet, you hit up me, you hit up Andy. We are able to get into the houses and FaceTime you in the houses. We can't go together right now. But also, if you're not pre-approved, this is the best time to be working on that right now. Knock that out, because we're going to hit the ground running in 2 weeks here, and I want to be ready with you.
Get that done, because everything in mortgage is changing by the day, by the hour. I mean, just yesterday standards changed. Just today, because the stimulus package at the time we're recording this was approved today. So mortgage standards are tightening up and changing today. So you want to make sure that you get pre-approved.
One thing I want to say, investors, people that are property owners right now, now's the time to look at, I think there's going to be big opportunities for you guys here. I know a lot of the investors I work with, and I'd love to work with any of you property owners, and he would too, are going to be pulling money out, cashing in on the low rates and pulling money out to acquire other properties.
I think they're going to pull money out to be in a position to have more liquidity to buy more stock. They're going to want to buy in the very near future. Liquefy.
Well, the 4 that I talked to this week are looking to buy more properties.
Awesome.
There's going to be people doing that too. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
I'm a real estate believer through and through because God's not making more land. But
Good old country girl.
good old country girl. But that's something to be looking at, and all these things are, as our careers are looking different during the coronavirus, as all of yours are more and more these days. What we do have time to, and the services we like to offer you and to be as valuable as possible to you, is to call, text, DM, FaceTime us. Any questions you have about anything we've mentioned here, it's our honor, our pleasure, and something that we just love doing. It's free to talk to us. We love sharing knowledge. I'd love to help you set up your building wealth through real estate, and I think that the opportunities are going to be boundless when we pull out of this coronavirus. One thing I'd like to say is that I'm praying for our world and everybody right now, and this is not a fun thing, a pandemic. I mean, that's terrible. But we will pull through. In the real estate economy, you're talking to 2 experts here, local experts here. This is our truth, our opinion. This was off the cuff, and I think you probably got some, hopefully, good information from this. Share this. Please share this video with people, because this is valuable information that your coworkers, your friends, your family need to hear. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Your home is going to be okay. The market's going to be okay. And if we go into a recession after this, what was the statistic? Typically, it's only been, out of the 7 last recessions, 1 time it impacted the housing market. So keep your spirits up about the housing market. If you were planning to move in 2020 to make a move, you'd be doing yourself a disservice to let this knock you off your horse and get scared without having a conversation with us more in depth, because you're never going to be able to borrow money for cheaper than you can borrow money right now, or for the long foreseeable future. It's incredible, the historical lows of interest rates. And so let's get talking. Let's get your market value and planning how you're going to sell your home right when this is over. And thank you for following, you guys, and I hope that helped provide some value to you guys.
Yep.
Again, I'm Caitlyn Peck.
I'm Andy Nazaroff.
And we're with eXp Realty here in Fresno. I've been a realtor for 7 years, a top producer. You've been...
About 100, no, just...
I was going to say,
just
I
under
don't know. Just under 20? Just under 20. You can trust us. Have a great day, you guys. Thank you.